ABB India is also up almost 4% in trade after the global parent actually reported its earnings for Q1. Now, specifically, we are anticipating, there were a few numbers going around. Let me bring in my colleague Anushi to contextualize all this and more for ABB.
Right. So what we are looking at is ABB is in focus in trade. ABB India is in focus in trade after the group company, that's the ABB Global parent, has reported its Q1 numbers for the quarter. Do note that the company follows a January to December calendar year, so it's the first quarter numbers that we are looking at. So what has happened is that for their India business, they've seen about an order inflow growth of 1%, which is a positive. Considering that the last quarter there were discussions on there being slowdown on order inflows, so order inflows above expectations is something that we are looking at. Other than that, if you look at the earnings side of ABB Global, they reported a 3% of a growth in their revenues. This is lower than what was the guidance given for a revenue growth to be the mid-single digit, but it was the margins which were a standout for this quarter, wherein margins are about a 230 basis points of an improvement at 20.2%. This is above the guidance that the company had given, wherein the expectation was that the margins will remain broadly stable. So this was led by pricing, positive pricing that we are seeing, leading to this kind of a margin impact, that margin improvement that we are looking at. Overall orders, if we see not just the India orders, they were up around 5% at $9,213 million, again higher than what was the expectation. Now, just to contextualize how the order growth has been in terms of trends for ABB Global versus ABB India, if we see that ABB India, whenever a group has seen a decline in their growth, like minus 21% in the fourth quarter, we did see about a minus 14% of a dip in the ABB India business as well in terms of where the order inflows are concerned. Similarly, in when the order growth has been stronger for the business, ABB India has reported even stronger growth picture over here that we can see in Q3, Q4 performance, Q3 and Q2 performance as well. In the first quarter also, the company had reported a 5% of a growth in the ABB group. The ABB India business had reported a 15% of a growth. So this is in terms of how the trends have shaped. So focus would be on how ABB India's order inflows for the quarter would be. If we go look ahead, the company now sees more uncertainty for its global business environment. However, they have retained the CY 2025 outlook that they have given, wherein the revenue is expected to remain in the mid-single digit range. Book-to-bill ratio mainly will remain in positive. This time the book-to-bill ratio stood at 1.16 times. And there would be further expectations of improvement in the EBITDA margin. In other business updates, so the company has stated that it plans to spin off its robotics division and is expected to separately list its robotic division in the second quarter of 2026. So this is what we are seeing for ABB.